Whatever time you're actually listening to this, have a wonderful day. This is Conversations with an Evolving Queen. This is a comedic stroll through life focused on real topics with a focus on growth and enlightenment with a side of healing laughter, hosted by me, Tiffany Danielle. This podcast is aired live on Facebook and YouTube. It's also available on Apple, Google, Spotify, and SoundCloud. You can support me. Can I say that again? You can support me by liking, sharing, reviewing, subscribing, and commenting on this podcast. Tag the podcast when you share. And if I see enough tags and shares, I just might be moved to do a giveaway. Thank you all for the amazing people that have watched, shared, and liked thus far. Please join that tribe if you have not done so yet. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to raise perfect kids. Let's get into it. First, I want to thank the Signal 27 show for allowing me to join the Ladies Takeover show. If you have not liked and followed the Signal 27 podcast, get to it. It is the best live comedy podcast in Jacksonville, Florida, and you can thank me for the laughs later. All right, really, now let's get into it. A lot of times I post about my kids. I post about them because they are amazing, because I know it's a blessing to have children. I know that I'm thankful for the children that I do have. And I've been accused on boasting on my kids. And that's not to say that my kids are even perfect. It's just that I am thankful for them, and you get more of what you focus on. So I focus on their achievements and their positivity. And honestly, I'm not going to be one of those parents that is going Facebook Live, cussing my kids out, beating them, because that is there forever. You're going to be known as the McDonald's shirt wearing mom who cut her baby hair out and then pick the beads up off the floor because she ain't got sense enough to know that you can get another 10 pack for 10 cents at the little beauty store with Wang Fang Tai Lai. Okay, so instead of putting that out there in the atmosphere, when my kids get a scholarship, I put it out there. When my kids get a promotion or a job, I put it out there because I want more of that. And not just that, because I want you to join in and tell me what your kids are doing as well. And I'm gonna tell you, I only have one daughter. I think it's like it's a limitation because the girls in our family are a little bit extra. So there's only one girl per generation. My brother has only boys, 4 boys. I have all boys and one girl. And let me tell you, my favorite quote that my daughter says: "There needs to be an application for people to have kids." Think about it. There needs to be. She said you have to have an application for everything else: to drive, to vote, to buy a house, to get a car, to go to school. But any old nut can procreate. Be like, pow, there, you got a baby. And now you done had a child with a nut. And your sentence is more than 18 years. People like 18 years and I'm free. No, for the rest of your life. At their bar mitzvah, you going to be there. At their graduation, hopefully if they graduate, you going to be there. If they graduate again, you going to be there. If they have kids, you going to be there in the hospital. Fight. Well, you can't have but 2 people in the hospital room at the time. Who you going to let go in there? Your daddy still owe me child support and you 37. I know you ain't going to let him go in there. For the rest of your life, you're going to look at that woman or that man and be like, that wasn't even worth that stir, that macaroni. It wasn't even worth that. It wasn't worth it. And I got to deal with you for the rest of my life. So let's stop and think about what is perfect to you. Because my husband might be perfect to me. He might be perfect for me. But somebody else would be like, I can't deal with that crazy Dominican and his heavy accent. I don't even know what he's saying. Honestly, I don't know what he's saying either, but I just like the way he rolled the Mars. Ooh, baby. Okay, anyway. So he's perfect for me. What might be perfect for my friend, she probably wouldn't even be able to stand it. You have to recognize what is perfect for you. All of my kids are totally different. And so when I deal with my children, I don't deal with them all the same way. Gregory his name means watchful one. And when I say that dude be watching, he may not say nothing, but he watching everything. So even think about what you name your kids, because you are pronouncing that every time you call them. I'm saying Gregory, watchful one every time. If you named your child Fessay, and it's spelled Fecces, feces, every time you call a girl, boo-boo, doo-doo, stank, number 2, where you at? And you wonder why she crazy, because you calling her boo-boo every time you call her name. I don't care how you pronounce Fessay, it's still boo-boo. Okay, so every time you pronounce that name, you're instilling that character in that child. Now, in Greek, my name means manifestation of God. So you know God is fluffy and black. And a female, yes! Y'all can send your tithes and offerings to me on Cash App and or PayPal. And if you see me in the street, just throw a little cash. I might bend over and pick it up, but you can't touch the booty. Okay, so every time you pronounce that child's name, you're pronouncing that personality over them over and over again. And it's going to manifest. Believe it or not, it's going to manifest. Whatever is in there is going to come out. And whatever you put in there is going to come out. So, like I said, Gregory is the watchful one. He's not going to say much. He's not going to interact that much, but he's paying attention. He is digesting everything that he sees. Courtney means beautiful one. I'm sorry, no, Courtney means defender of the law, and Elizabeth means beautiful one. Now, my daughter is gorgeous. I remember when she was little, she would be in her little car seat and stuff. People like, oh my God, is that a doll? Is that a doll? I don't have mental problems, Susie. I don't push a doll around at 25, beloved. That is a real baby. And yes, she is gorgeous. No, you can't touch her with your little 9-hand washing dirty. Look, I can smell the germs from here. Don't touch my baby. But anyway, so she is beautiful. And Courtney, she don't care if she's going to get in trouble. If she believes it's the right thing, she's going to stand for it. She's going to defend it. If she won't call it right or wrong like it IS is every time. She's not going to be the one. You know, they had that Facebook challenge going around and saying, you know, text your kid and say, Officer so-and-so is going to come ask you what I was doing last night. Say you was with me. My daughter would be like, I was eating cereal on the couch. I don't know what you was doing, Mama, but you evidently should not have been doing it because Officer Williams wouldn't be calling me. So I don't know what you going to do about that, boo-boo, but I ain't finna lie for you. We ain't going to jail. One of us got to put money on the books. I'll put money on the books. You do the time and think about what you did wrong. That's her personality. Noah is, just say he is a Latin lover. He is sweet. He's kind. He's observant. He's athletic. He's into everything. And so, like Gregory he played football and basketball. Courtney was gonna play basketball and do track, but the girls kept coming on to her, so she was like, "Mama, I ain't into that, so I ain't gonna play basketball." Um, and Gregory so far has, I mean, Noah so far has done softball, soccer, and now he wants to do football. And so he's like the All American. And thankfully, all of my kids got good grades. Thank you, Jesus. But their personalities are different. One of the things that I do because I want to raise kids that are healthy, I pay attention to them. Just like when you dating a man and you want to get in good with him, if you find out that he's, Nation of Islam and he don't do pork, don't be frying up bacon. Don't do it. You don't be doing your little sausage and stuff. You get that man some of that shoe leather turkey bacon. And you cook that for him because that's what he wants in his soul. You figure out what he like and you give it to him. You understand if that man, he likes you to be very demure and have your collars up to here, but he know under there you ain't got no underwear on. You do that for that man. You let him know that you walk around and can't nobody tell you ain't got no underwear on because your dress is down to your ankles, but he know. You do that for him. Now, other men like for guys to come on to the women. They want you to show a little skin, have people come up to you, whatever. And so you do that for him. And so as you cultivate in that relationship, you get to know him. Even more so with your children. Gregory hates for me to fuss at him. And my kids will laugh and they'll say, you are not the typical black mother, because they talk about how, moms be screaming and don't go in the store, don't ask for nothing, don't do this. I don't do any of that because that's not what is going to cultivate successful children, at least my children. So watching my kids, I realized they like kind words. They like words of affirmation. So each of them have a note on their door. And every day I write something different. I'll write, Gregory is enough. Gregory is sufficient. Gregory is worthy. Gregory is special. Gregory is kind. Gregory is smart. And then on Noah's door, it says, Noah is the best. Noah gives his best. Noah has discernment and uses it. Noah is full of wisdom. Noah is loving. Noah receives love and gives love. On Courtney's door, I write, Courtney knows her worth. Courtney helps others bring their worth out in them. Courtney is loving. Courtney is kind. Courtney is rich. Those are the things that I write on the door. On our door, on the front door, as we go out, there's another notebook. And on that notebook, it says, Gregory, Courtney, Noah, Daniel are protected going and coming. Courtney, Gregory, Noah have favor going and coming. They are protected at all times. They have supernatural favor everywhere they go and everyone they come in contact with, because those words mean things. And so for my kids, that's important. So the next step is on a more intimate level. I know that my kids all like words of affirmation. Courtney like money. Courtney likes to shop. If I just cash app her, I can hear her in her room scream, Mama. She loves it. She will love it. That's her thing. She loves money. And not that she's gonna be out there, on a pole to get that money, but if that's her word, that's her way of showing that you actually love her, is to give her those gifts, to give her money. Gregory could not care less. I'm gonna give you an example. A family member of mine gave Gregory $2,000 when he graduated from Santa Fe? No, when he graduated from high school. And about a week later, that same family member called and was like, look, I ran into some financial problems. Can I get that money back? Courtney was in the background yelling, too bad, so sad, hang up the phone. Gregory was like, ain't no problem, send it right back. And then he sent a screenshot of what his bank account looks like, because Gregory banks his money. He banks his money. His thing is, how do you treat him? How do you spend your time? So I'll just come and sit down with him and watch football. I don't know what is going on that screen. The only position I know is doggy style, but I will still watch the football game with him, because that time, that special moment with him means more to him than whether I know if that is a cornerback or a running back or a doggy style. But anyway, so that's what means something to him. So I'll come and spend time with Gregory, just sit down with him, just, and I don't even have to be talking, because like I said, he's the watchful one. He don't want you talking. Just sit there with him. He'll be writing out one of his term papers, and I'll just come sit next to him. He'll come home and I'll have, he'll wash his clothes, dry them and put them in a basket. I'll come and fold them up. That means a lot to him. That shows him that I actually love him. Noah he wants all of it. He wants your time, he wants your attention, he wants your money. And so that's how I do it, but I make him earn it. His job is to bring me good grades. You bring me good grades, I'm gonna give you what you want. When we lay down at night to read a book, oh my God, there's a new book on the Kindle. My son, I need to count how many books he's read. I know I've read probably about 6,000 books, and that's no lie. I mean, this week so this is Wednesday. I'm already on my third book this week. Now, mind you, from my job, I'll read a $800 page proposal, including the grant. And then I come home and read because I love to read. And so Gregory and Courtney and Noah, they all have a little bit of that in them. From the time I found out I was pregnant, I set the atmosphere, because whatever you are going on in your life, you are marinating your baby in that. If you are scared, if you're in a domestic violence situation, if you are happy, if you are worried about money, if you are stressed, if you are anxious, if you are jovial, whatever you're going through, just think about your baby. That's what your baby is swimming in. You are marinating your child in that. And so some of it is in nature or nurture. Is it because you were, depressed or whatever, and that's how your child is real sour or whatever? Think about that. That's how you start the process, is from the time you conceive in that doggy style position. But anyway, from the time you make that baby, it's important to set the atmosphere for them. If you are in a toxic environment, it's not just you, it's you and that baby, and it's multiplied through your umbilical cord that is connected. You can't cut it off and like, oh wait, no, I don't want you to experience this with me. If you getting slapped, that baby getting punched, stomped. If you getting kisses, that baby's feeling that love. So, I'm playing certain kinds of music. I am very aware of who speaks to me and how they speak to me. I'm aware of what I'm eating, my atmosphere, who I'm around. If you don't mean me well, I don't want to be around you. That's the thing that I'm doing from the time that I know that I'm pregnant. And since I breastfeed, whatever's in that breast milk is coming through me too. So you can literally make your breast milk sour by being extremely angry, being extremely scared. And then you need to express that sour milk out and start over again. Because all of this is part of how you raise that child. And so people are like, well, they don't remember nothing when they're that young. They may not remember it, but their DNA will reflect it. One of the research studies that we did is in your genes, there is genetic trauma. So if people are like, oh my God, well, slavery is over, it's still in your genes. Just like the Bible says, blessing and curses are for 3 and 4 generations, your genetic stream is 3 or 4 generations. Slavery was just 2.5 generations ago. Quincy Jones was raised by his grandparents who were slaves. So that is still in his DNA. Vice versa. Slave owners is still in your DNA. You may not have owned a slave, but the genes and the genetics of a person that thought it was okay to beat and enslave and rape people is in your DNA. And let me just add this, because I research in education my thing. 70% of the slaves were 10 years old and younger. So when you talk about beating people, when you talk about raping people, they were raping 10-year-old and younger. Okay? Think about that. Let it marinate in your soul for just a minute. Okay. But keep on. So whatever you plant in your child is going to come up. Your growth is their fertilizer. So let me think about this. So if any type of severe trauma that you go through, think about if you were molested at the age of 5, your psyche, your brain development will actually get stuck at that point. So if you are stuck at the education level, the mentality level of a 5 or 6 year old, and you're trying to raise a child, so that's why you see this McDonald's mama losing her mind. Her child is traumatized and trembling and crying, and she's just cutting that baby's hair, and it doesn't even register in her brain that I am traumatizing my baby, that she's gonna have post-traumatic syndrome because of what I am doing to her over a haircut, because something happened to her that does not allow her to register, wait a minute, these are signs of trauma. I need to stop. Take a deep breath, because timeouts are really for the parents. You're the one that need to stop and breathe. You don't want to need to go sit in the corner for 10 minutes. You don't want to need to go and get your mind right before you interact with your kids and go, wait a minute. My daughter is exhibiting signs of trauma. She is going through something because of me. Not because of something on in the world, not because of something in the classroom, but because of what I'm doing to her. Let me back up for a minute. Let me let my ego go. Let me be up. I ain't never going to get that. That man ain't going to give me that good no more. And I know I'm losing it because I want that stroking. That's what it be doing. But he ain't going to give it to me no more. I got to separate that from my child. I can't think about that right now. But if you just let me hit that one more time, get that macaroni squish one, I tell you, oh, wait, I'm sorry. Back to my child. I got to breathe and let her know that she's more important at this time. Later on, by 10 o'clock at night, I'm going to come back over here and I might cut you, but I'm not going to traumatize my child because you just cut off my source. Okay, anyway. So get your mind right. This is you are the fertilizer of your children. If your soil is toxic, if your mind is toxic, if your thoughts are toxic, if your heart is toxic, whatever is in there is gonna come out. And you know when you see it in little Ray Ray, like, well, I don't know why little Ray Ray be cussing like that, because you be cussing. I don't know why my daughter dropping it like it's hot, because you be dropping it like it's hot. Or even if you're not doing it, when you see it on TV, it's entertaining to you. So they want to be pleasing to you. So they do what they see you. Oh, mom likes when they do that. Mom likes when they do this. Mom likes that. So I'm going to do that too, because I want her to like me. I'm going to give my mother what she likes. Think about that for a minute. What are you showing your children is the right thing to do? By even, you'll never have to say it, but they watching your reaction. Ooh, mommy thinks it's okay when they slap somebody. I'm going to slap somebody at school. Or when mommy gets mad, she hits me. Not that she ever says, I'm mad, so I'm going to hit you. But you can see it in her body. You can feel it in her reaction. You can feel her serotonin level going down, dip. She in her brain stem and her lizard brain. And whoop, she whipping you. And so that's what you do. You get mad and you beat somebody. And you wonder, well, why? So I'm just putting a little plug for Stacey Patton's book, oh Lord, I can't remember the exact title of it now, but basically it says you cannot save the black race by beating them. If you go back to Africa, because our history does not start in slavery, if you go back to Africa, we did not beat our children. That was a thing that came when we intermingled with the Europeans. We didn't beat our children because they were considered stress. They were considered rebirth of your grandmother. Would you beat your grandmother? No. Would you beat your grandfather? No. So when you see this blessing come up, because here's the gene pool again, they're going to look like granddaddy. Would you beat granddaddy? No. So that was not something that we did in Africa. That's something that we started once we mixed in America and with Europeans. And so that's one of the things that she talks about in her book. Stop beating your children. Sit there. I mean, if that child drops something and you hit them, how do they know that that's the wrong thing to do? It's something that's called a schema. They have to do something 2,000 times before it's solidified in their brain. So they're going to keep dropping that. You're going to be like, why do you keep dropping that? Why? Stop dropping it. They have to keep dropping it to get in their brain. They don't realize it is gravity, but they realize, oh, when I drop it, it's out of my eyesight. But it comes back when mommy gives it to me. Oh, when I drop it, it's out of my eyesight. When it comes back, mommy gives it to me. So you are beating a child for doing what they need to do to get their brain synapses solidified and learn. Oh my God, mama is the stupid one, not the baby. Did I say that? Yes, I did. You stupid. You having kids and you don't even know about child development. You don't know nothing about early childhood development. You don't even know what you're doing, but you raising babies. Just take a minute and think about that. And so how many people actually pick up a book and go, oh, I'm about to raise a child. Let me find out about different child development. What's expected at a certain age. What should I be doing? Why does my body produce milk if I'm going to go give them something out of a can? Why would I do that? Have you ever seen a cow going over to a goat and be like, yo, look at here, goat, I just had this calf and it needs some milk. Can I get a little, I see you got a little teat. Can I get a little bit of that milk from my calf? No. When a goat has a little kid, you don't see that goat going, let me see who hey, little kitty, can you get my kid some milk? No, because they recognize that your body is producing it for that particular child. And let me tell you that it is specific to the child. Unfortunately, I like to shake hands. So my kid's a little bit close in age. So when I was nursing one, I got pregnant with another one. God said, go forth and multiply. And you know what you got to do to multiply. So I was multiplying. And when I got pregnant with my second child, I was still nursing my first child. The milk had changed back to colostrum for my baby. And so it was actually making him sick. He was having the bowel movements of hell. His bowel movements stunk to high heaven because the milk had changed. It was like giving him cheese or giving him steak. His body wasn't ready for it. It wasn't what his body needed. So I had to force him to stop nursing because my milk had changed for my new baby. That's how specific it is. So don't tell me that whatever's in that can is good for 1 million kids around the world. You cannot tell me that that can give what each child needs. That's why, so many people talk about, oh, she got them bow legs. She got them bow legs. That girl is fine. I love a bow-legged girl. That's vitamin D deficiency. She got a little form of rickets, and her mama ain't know to give her vitamin D. You looking at a malnourishment issue, talking about, dang, she's sexy. Look at them bow legs. Y'all over there trying to stand like the girls with the bow legs. Look like, my mama ain't give me no vitamin D either. Look, I'm bow too. No. That is your body crying out for vitamin D. You need some vitamin D. Bow-legged is bad. It's bad. You need some vitamin D. And the best place to get it is from the sun. That's why you very rarely see Caribbean people, island people, people that's in the sun with bow legs and rickets, because we be in the sun getting that vitamin D. It's very hard to get it through your nutrition. So anyway, be proud of who you are. And so one of the things I tell my kids is that I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of you. And I do it. I'm very specific. I'm not just, oh, I'm so proud of you, Gregory. No, I'm so proud of you, Courtney. I'm so proud of you. And I say, Gregory, I'm so proud of you because you are one of, and I just read the statistic, there are only 800 Black men at the University of Florida. And my son is one of them. Now, it did not specify how many of them were athletes versus scholastic, but my son is at the University of Florida on an academic scholarship. So I tell him, Gregory, I'm proud of you that you are one of 800 and you are there for academics and not for sports. Gregory, I'm proud of you because you ain't had no, excuse me, but Gregory got me pregnant. What you going to? I need some help with this baby. You done got me knocked up. Ain't no girls been knocking on my door talking about you done made some babies. I ain't had no police knocking on my door looking for you. Gregory, I'm proud of you that you ain't got no mugshot. Gregory, I'm proud of you that you are banking your money. The reason, and I'm not saying this, I work hard, y'all. I got about 17 jobs because I don't want my kids to have to pay for anything. Now, I'm going to go back for a minute. So sometimes I hear women say, you don't stay nowhere for free. You don't stay nowhere for free. But I guess you get sex for free because you don't make your boyfriend pay for nothing, but your kids got to pay a bill because you teaching your kids a lesson. Excuse me? Why your kids that you gave birth to got to pay a bill, but your man who come mess up your sheets, eat your food, take your leftovers, drive your car while you at work, he ain't got to pay no bills, bring your car back with no gas in it, he ain't got to pay nothing, but you all in your, when I come home, this house better be clean and chicken better be defrosted. And the only thing I ask my kids to do, bring me good grades, keep your car clean, because I pay for your car and your insurance for a Black male under 25. Can I borrow $5? It's expensive. I need some munchies. Anyway, so I do that because when they come out of my house, I want them to go into their house. How hard is it to pay rent and save money for a down payment on a house? How hard is it for you to pay your living expenses and prepare to buy a home? So when you live, I want to see your bank account that you're saving your money. You ain't spending it all going out with the boys. Gregory, I'm proud of you that you go out and hang with the boys. But when I call him, even if it's 12:30, hey ma, yeah, okay, I'm still hanging with the boys. I love you. Bye. No matter who you're around, Gregory, you say I love you. I'm proud of you for that. Courtney, I'm proud of you that even at your age, even though your friends are having babies and stuff, you ain't brought no babies home. Courtney, I'm proud of you that I ain't going peeking in your room at 2 o'clock in the morning. You ain't in there or there's some Negro laid up in the bed with you. I'm proud of you for that. Courtney, I'm proud of you for realizing, you know what, that first degree I was going for, I changed my mind. I don't like that. I'm going to do something else. I'm proud of you for recognizing yourself and making the steps to reroute and correct your path. Noah, I'm proud of you that you went to school today without complaining. I'm proud of you for laying out your clothes without mommy even asking you. Noah, I'm proud of you for picking your plate up and putting it in the sink and putting your trash in the trash for you. Be specific. Don't just say I'm proud of you. Anybody can say I'm proud of you. A little stranger tell you I'm proud of you, but why? Why are you proud of me? Be specific. Feed your kids. Feed them love, feed them attention, so that when they go out there, somebody say, look, you know what? You can go ahead and get that extra large fry, girl. And she like, look, I'm used to Ruth and Chris's, but I'll get this burger with you, but that's not what I'm used to. That's what you want. You want them to be used to the good. And not that they can't go get a burger sometime, but they won't be impressed because he'd be like, look, you can get that slushy, girl. Go and get that slushy. Today we're going to do that mid-grade gas. Can you say it with me? Gonna get that 91 octane, 91, because I want to be stroking. They're not impressed by that because you've already fed them that. When somebody's like, I love you, and they're like, well, why do you love me? And they look at you and blink. How do you show kindness? At 7 years old, I'm working with my son so he can show, Noah, how do you show me that you have patience? I show that I have patience when I'm standing in line and I really want to be the first one to hit the ball, but I know I'm the third one, so I'm going to stand patiently and wait. That's how you show patience. Great. Noah, how do you show kindness? I can show kindness because the teacher asked us to bring in $2, and I know some of the kids can't bring it, so I asked my mom, could I bring in $4? Show them how they do those things now so that we don't have all these dysfunctional adults and you out here talking about ain't no good man, ain't no good women, ain't, because you know why? Because you raised them and they raised up to be just like you, and you ain't a good woman and you ain't a good man. So why are we surprised? Why are we surprised? Let's look around. Oh my God, I'm really surprised because you act just like your mom, and your mom isn't poop, and your grandma isn't anything, and everybody is just trash. And I can see like all the swirling lights. And like, did you do shrooms when you were pregnant? Because you're a little bit crazy. There's a diagnosis for you, and there's probably a pill for you, but I can't help you. I can only help myself. I got to put my mask on and save me, and you got to put your mask on and save you. Raise people so that somebody will be. Thank you for, you know what, Miss Tiffany, thank you so much for raising the gentleman, because your son treats me so good. Your son has a car, so he don't ask me to drive my car. Your son don't ask me to borrow money. When I just say I can't stand for a man to ask woman for money, unless she holding this, like, baby, hold this $50 for me. Don't give it to me till I ask you for it. That's one thing. But you over here, you later, we just got through, you smoking. Can I get $50 my rent due? Where do you live that your rent is $50 anyway? And if it's a safe place, can I live there too? Can we do this together? Think about that and pay attention to their growth. If there's something going on, you should notice it. Wait, why is my son, who's normally very gregarious and outgoing, all of a sudden he's withdrawn? What's going on? I need to step up. I need to change what I'm doing. You have to give them what they want, not what you didn't get. My kids like Jordans. I don't like Jordans. I could not care less. If I gave my kids what I wanted, they would have 7 billion books in their room. But I know that's not what they like. I got 3 sneakerheads. I don't know how in the world I got sneakerheads like that. They know they can look at it and tell if it's a real Jordan, a fake Jordan, if it's a 311 or whatever, if it's a Kobe, whatever. They can look at a shoe and tell what it is at 50 paces. Because that's what they like. So that's what I buy them. Now, Noah does like books, but when they hit an achievement or a mark, it's like, all right, let's go to Foot Locker and let you not just look at the shoe, baby. We're going to walk out with the box, let you pick out your shoe. That's what they like. Remember that your growth is their fertilizer. So if at any time you stop growing, one of the things, I'm very transparent with my kids when I mess up. I done messed up my credit a couple times. And I've talked to them about that. I've talked to them about, sometimes I have not budgeted appropriately because I'm like, I know the money's coming in. I make good enough money. I don't have to budget. My next paycheck, I'm gonna cover that. But that messed me up by doing it. And I was very transparent with my kids. Look, your mama done messed up. This is, and the funny thing is, you can look up people. I'm not telling y'all to do this, but anyway, there's ways that you can look up people's salary. My son's girlfriend looked up my salary to find out what I make. Anyway. So I had to be transparent with them. Look, this is what it takes to live in this house. This mortgage is this. That Cox cable, that Gigablast that you like, the fastest internet, this is what that costs. When y'all want to go to the grocery store, this is what that costs. When that car you drive, this is how much it costs. The insurance on it, this is how much it costs. So that you don't have this weird, warped sense of saying, it's not that expensive. Life is expensive. Life is expensive. So sometimes you have to be transparent and let your kids know how you had to grow and what you had to do when you messed up. I realized I wasn't making the money I wanted. I went back to graduate school and I had to be transparent with my kids. Look, them pockets ain't looking right with this, so I'm gonna go back to school and do this. I'm changing my career. My intention was initially to be a lawyer, and I realized I'm not gonna argue with people all day. If you say 1 + 1 is 5, boo-boo, it is 5. It's a shiny 5. Whatever you say, that's what it is. I'm not gonna argue with you about it. So that's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to let them know that the growth never stops. It never stops. There's always a way that you can reinvent yourself and work on what you have and work on your dreams. And when they see you doing it, that's what they will do. When they see you sitting there and you are satisfied to be on Section 8 and you satisfied to get them food stamps and when your food stamps from around, you pop out another baby, they paying attention to that cycle. If you got to get 6 dudes tested to find out who your baby daddy is, minister of Children's Church, because you've been screwing all the people in the church. God did not say, he said the minister, he didn't say the bump and grind. God sees something wrong with bump and grind if it ain't your husband. Come on. So if you doing all this, your kids are paying attention, they watching, and they're going to mimic you. That's why you can't say, oh, do as I say, not as I do. They're watching what you do. I was, this is my second marriage. I've been through a divorce. My kids ain't seen no men rotating through my house. The next thing they knew, I was engaged. I was sitting down and talking to them about, this is Mr. Daniel, and we're going to be getting married. They didn't see dudes coming in and out my house. They ain't hear no creaky boards. Dude, if you can't provide a place for us to do it, you can't get it. You can't have it. You can't afford it. You got to give me a spot to get juicy. You can't be asking me to make you come and you ain't got no place to do it, and I ain't finna do it in your car. And you ain't finna come up in my house with my kids because you might be Chester molesting and not to kill you. That'll call a charge because you crazy. So these are the things that you model for your children. You know, whether you say it or not, at a certain age, they recognize, okay, every time Mr. Earl come through, mama go in the room and if she come out, her hair be messed out and she be sweaty, Mr. Earl leave real quick and he smell funny. What is that smell when Mr. Earl leave? Because your mama got a yeast infection. But anyway, so when Mr. Earl leave, it smell like tartar sauce because your mama a little tart and she got that vinegary smell like the pickles, but it's okay. And so, but you know, you get them new shoes after he come by and you smell vinegar. So you get to the point where you love the smell of pickles because you know you gonna get some new shoes. You gonna get some new shoes. I smell the pickles. Mama, do it. And then you get older and you realize, mama a hoe. All the men wasn't my uncles because the uncles don't go in the room with your mama. She come back with her hair messed up and sweaty. That's not how that works. Oh, my mama is a hoe. I don't want to be a hoe, but that's how she paid the bill, so maybe I need to be a hoe too. Okay. My time is up, and you know the studio time actually charges me by the minute, and you know my kids ain't gonna be able to eat next week if I go over my time too much. So I want to thank you so much for your time tonight. Please, if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and share. Share this. Send this out to your friends. Tag people in it. If you thinking about having kids, want to have kids, your friends got kids, tag them, bring them into this. Please do that. Again, the Signal 27 is I bow to them. They are the number one live podcast in Jacksonville. If you are not following them, you're following the wrong one. Can you come into the light, Carol Ann? Can you do that? So I want you to like, comment, and share for them as well. I want to let you know if you want to see me in person, baby, I'm going to be at the I'm Every Woman conference. I will be their master of ceremony. I'm going to be cutting up a little bit for these people. It is on March 7th. It is on Eventbrite. Get your ticket. Don't be trying to come up in the back. We ain't got no fake tickets. Come get your tickets the right way. It's March 7th. It is at the Aloft Jacksonville Tapestry Park. I feel like I should say that a little bit better. It's at the Aloft Tapestry Park in Jacksonville, Florida. That's on Deer Lake Drive. Get your ticket now. Put it on your calendar now. If you want a little piece of me at your house without my Dominican husband come cutting you up, bam, you can get my book. Wisdom from Queens, Volume 1 is Relationship Revelations. I am so honored to have co-authored this book. This is a book that I wrote with some beautiful ladies talking about relationships from everything from with your spouse to your husband to spouse and husband, the same thing. Well, it depends. You might have a wife. But anyway, to your kids, to your daddy, relationships that you have. So maybe I need to write one on relationships with food and relationships with yourself, because your relationship with yourself is important. If you would like this book, you can inbox me. Please, Nigerians, stop inboxing me about your mother and that you need the help and you love. Don't inbox me for that. If you want to, because I'm going to send you a Cash App request. That's what I'm going to send you. Okay? I'm going to send you an invoice on PayPal for both of my books. This book is my first solo project. My walk needs a soundtrack. Baby, you need to walk behind me to see the truth is in the writing. Okay? This is, if you can't tell, I like to teach people and laugh. I teach doctors for a living, and I love what I do, but I also love to teach the general public. If you want to laugh a little bit and learn a little bit, my walk needs a soundtrack. You need something to come home to that is not going to ask you for no coochie and make you happy. This book will do it. Inbox me. I will autograph them and ship them out to you expeditiously. Please like, comment, and share. I am on SoundCloud, Podcast, Apple. I'm on YouTube Live. I'm on your mind, baby. Hey! So until next week, Wednesday at 7:30, I will see you then. And I thank you so much for your time. Like, comment, and share.